Hello, it's Dave from Camperite, and here we are showcasing two new products from a range of 6 from Dometic. These are CFX3 powered coolers, but not like powered coolers that you've ever seen before. They are low power consumption on 12 volt, they run off of mains, they're controllable by your phone on Bluetooth. They are something else, rugged, tough, absolutely brilliant. So we've got two here. There is actually a range of 6, varying from 35 litres right the way up to 100 litres in capacity. This one here is the 55 IM, which means it's got an ice maker, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. And the one below is the 75 DZ, meaning dual zone. They all will go down to as low as minus 22 degrees. So, you know, they are really cold boxes, these apps, and we're going to go through lots of bits in the video. So bear with us. We're going to try and showcase as much as we can of this amazing new product range from Dometic, and we're really proud to be the first people to do a YouTube video on them here in the UK and have a bit of an exclusive here. So let's go into some details on the first one, being the CFX3 55 IM. So the first one we're going to look at here is the CFX3 55 IM. IM stands for ice maker, and I will cut to an internal shot in a second. So some basic information about this box is it is 45 centimetres deep, 48 centimetres high and 72 centimetres wide. It weighs in at about 21.3 kilos. It has a tough exoskeleton here with really rugged handles, aluminium, so really strong and rugged, using properly screwed into the exoskeleton. So it's a tough, durable box. So that's your first thing to remember. They are compressors. They are whisper quiet. You know, we've had this running, we can hardly hear it. It's not like the old fan with the TE coolers. It's just as quiet as your fridge at home, if not quieter. Power consumption. So it will run off of 12 volt or 240 volt, either or. There is also a USB port on the side, so if you are running it off 240/12, you can charge your phone and stuff like that, which might be useful, which we'll come into. The power consumption, the minimum power consumption over 24 hours on a DC, so using 12 volt, is 0.59. So to cool as low as minus 22 degrees centigrade, it uses less power than a 60 watt light bulb. So it's not going to drain your battery flat within 2 seconds like the more traditional TE coolers. And there is also an app built into it. It connects via Bluetooth, which we'll show you. So you can even stop it from draining your battery flat. So we'll have a look at that in a second as well. Now let's have a look inside the box and see what this IM ice maker is all about. Right, okay, so we're going to look inside this 55 IM from Dometic. So a good catch here. If I push that, you can hear it click. Yep, so it's good. It's not going to just go pop open. There's a really good seal inside. And because it is a freezer as well, this seal, actually in the side of the lid here, is a little vent, which then takes some of the heat from the warmth from the compressor and just keeps it around the seal to stop the seal from freezing up tight and solid. So Dometic have really put lots of thought into it. Okay, inside you've got a nice little LED light so you can see what you're doing. It comes with these baskets, complete with a divide. So you've got it there. The internal capacity is 46 litres. And then this side is the IM part. So you can take that basket out. And under here is 2 little ice trays. Come with it, they're silicone tops there, so you can make ice for your drinks if you want to keep cool drinks while you're away, and they just slide in there, and then that shuts down, and then the basket can go back on top. The ice is about 3 hours roughly to make the ice, so it's not going to take long, and then you can have a nice cold drink as well as cold drinks out of here. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit. So we're going to look at the digital control panel next, and go into the workings of that. Right, so we're looking at the control panel here on this CFX. This is the single zone one with the ice maker. Obviously the dual zone ones are the same concept, but obviously instead of one display you have 2 displays. So first things first, there is a little USB port, so when you run it off mains you can charge up your phone, because we'll show you the Bluetooth app, so you need to keep your phone charged. So on this panel, when it's just being used to save power and everything, it just comes on with a little freezer light. So turn the panel on, you can see it's running off mains. It's connected via Bluetooth, and we can see the temperature of the compartment. You then can click OK, and you've got your setups. So we can set the temperature of 2 degrees or 3 degrees, or we can go lower to turn it into a freezer. And as we've said, all the way down to minus 22. So I'll leave it at 2 degrees because we just want it as a cool box at the moment. Okay. you can have battery protection. On the app, it explains what the various levels of battery protection are for. So you've got high, medium and low. So if you're leaving it running off a leisure battery, not connected to an engine, or if you're running off a car battery, you don't want to drain your car battery down. So it's all explained on the app and in the full instructions, but basically it gives you different levels of protection. So if you had it plugged into the cigarette lighter and you still want to be able to start your car, it would cut out. So below that, you've got the Bluetooth setting, just like any other setting for your phone. Just turn it on, and on, off, and pairing. Comes up on your phone and just connect up. And we've got it on there. There is Wi-Fi as well. Wi-Fi is probably not so good, because if you do connect it via Wi-Fi, it's controllable through your phone, but then you lose the Wi-Fi capability on your phone. So you're best off with Bluetooth. The display, just controlling the brightness. Up and down. Obviously we've got it on bright so you can all see it on YouTube. The temperature units, quite nice, is you can have it in Celsius or Fahrenheit. If you're old school, you can still have it in Fahrenheit. We've said minus 22 degrees Celsius, but for the American market and those that will still work in Fahrenheit, it goes down to minus 7 Fahrenheit, so you can change the temperature setting. And we'll leave it on Celsius. And then on this one, because it has the ice maker, you can turn the little ice maker section we showed you on and off. So that's the little simple control panel. That is IP65 rated, so it doesn't matter if it gets wet and you leave it outside, it's not going to cause it any problems, because it's all soft touch here and all protected and water resistant. So now let's look at the app. Okay, now let's look at the app. So here's the phone, here's the app here. Comes up with a Dometic screen. We've actually already connected this one to Bluetooth, but obviously the first time it just gives you to confirm. So here is the control temperature bar. You can either slide it with your finger, up and down, and if you see we've changed it to minus 6, and we change it here, and if you look at the screen it will show you that what the new setting is minus 13, but it's sitting at 1 at the moment. So we'll go back up to have it at 2 where we had it before, 2 degrees, and it will come back up in temperature, so you can control the temperature of it. Okay, there is also a history showing you what the temperature has been running at previously, which is possibly handy if that's the sort of thing that you like, so you can see your temperatures, where you're going up and down by day, by week, etc. So there's a full temperature rating. Up at the top here we have a little menu. We come down, you can set its own personal name and a password for it if you don't want other people to log in and control your fridge and make your ice cream melt, which might be quite nice if there's a few of you going camping and you don't want to turn your mate's fridge up. We can then go back. Battery protection, we talked about this. So you have 3 stages. The full description is here. So the high setting is, use this setting if you are connected, if you are concerned about your vehicle starter battery voltage. CFX times will be very short once the vehicle ignition is switched off, down to low where you're using it off the mains or using it off a leisure battery. So you've got the different settings of battery protection so that you won't drain your battery flat. Okay, the ice maker, because we're looking at the IM model, you can turn it on and off, so you don't have to have a little ice maker on, so you can just use the whole thing as a cool box. There's a temperature alarm, so if it drops too low you can have it so that it comes on and tells you. The temperature units, again, you can change this to Fahrenheit if you wish, or back to Celsius. So we've got it at 34 Fahrenheit, or if I go to Celsius, it will come up as 1 degree Celsius. Your network connection is obviously warranty registration and the licenses. So it's a handy little app, so you can keep an eye on the temperature, connected by Bluetooth, or as I say, by Wi-Fi as well if you prefer. So that's the control panel. Really simple and intuitive to use, and a great bit of kit. So in this little bit, we're now going to look at the 75DZ. They also make a 95DZ. DZ standing for dual zone. In this particular 75, to give you an idea, the depth is 49 centimetres, the height is 47 centimetres, and the width is 89 centimetres. It weighs about 28 kilos and has actually 65 litres of storage within it, okay? So obviously the 75 relates to the overall size, there's a little bit less storage. 2 lids, both locked down, so they're secure. We've still got the tough handles on the sides. Lift up one lid, and you've again got the seal and a solid compartment, baskets, and we've got this side set as frozen, so this is solid ice in these bottles of water. You've still got your LED lights and your basket, and even another basket underneath as well, so you can keep everything neat and tidy. no leaving stuff lying around. We'll open the other lid up and undo the catch. And again, another LED light, one big basket. But in here, we've got the temperature set different, and it's just water. So we've got a freezer and a cool box. We can have it, so you can have them both as freezers or both as coolers. And if we look at the handy app again, we'll just zoom in for a second and we'll look at the app. So for the two zones, we've got this side here set at -22, you can see down there. And the other side, which you've got the fresher water in, not frozen, we've got set at 4 degrees C. So it is a true dual zone. So it gives you maximum flexibility. Remembering these units will also run off 12 volt. It comes with a big heavy duty 12 volt lead, comes with the mains lead for UK plugs, but you can easily be converted to a continental lead because of the way they've made the plug. So it's got total flexibility. So we've looked at the CFX3 55 IM and the 75 DZ. To recap, there is a range of 6 varying from 35 litres to 100 litres. The 35 and the 45 are just coolers, oblique freezers. The 55 has the ice making facility. The 75 and the 95 are dual zone, just like this one. And then you've got the 100. Bluetooth connectivity to control the temperature and keep an eye on things. Low power consumption, mains and 12 volt. Strong rugged construction, thought into the seals so they don't freeze up. LED lighting, baskets. You really, if you want the ultimate in powered coolers to have nice cold beer or ice or take frozen food with you and cool drinks, these just outweigh everything else. Available from us for mail order across the country at www.camperite.co.uk, or follow the links on our on the YouTube channel to see the products and order from us, and we'll do everything we can to help you. Thanks very much for watching this great video. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe to our channel by clicking the link just down here.